As the sweltering autumn sun warmed the streets of Los Angeles, California, last week, dog rescuer Suzette Hall received a concerning message from a Good Samaritan. The message described a lone pup stranded outside an abandoned warehouse with no shelter from the rising heat. She was tied in a business area and left behind in the hot sun. I was in the middle of a transport when I got the message, and she was an hour away from me. Hall agreed to rescue the pup as soon as she finished transporting the one already in her vehicle, but she feared she wouldn't get there fast enough. Looking at the picture of the Shaggy dog, blanketed in matted fur and tethered to a staircase, Hall knew time was running out. She quickly reached out to a handful of friends in the area and breathed a sigh of relief when one of them volunteered to help. "Thank God for Mary Nakiso, my amazing friend," Hall said. She had just gotten off work and raced over there. Nakiso soon arrived at the industrial area, surrounded by a row of businesses and warehouses. Unsure of the exact location, she began searching the buildings for signs of the dog, but had no luck at first. Then she spotted the staircase shown in the picture. She saw the stairs but didn't see the pup, Hall recounted. "I was on the phone with her, and all of a sudden she screamed, 'I found her!'" The abandoned pup was no longer on the staircase, where she'd been when Hall first learned about her. Instead, Nakiso found her tied to a nearby fence. Someone had moved her to a fence and tied her there, Hall explained. With no water all day, she was shaking. The poor dog, later named Brinley, was understandably distressed from the heat and the heartbreak she'd experienced. Brinley couldn't answer Nakiso's questions about how she ended up there, but she showed her rescuer just how grateful she was to be found. She knew Nakiso was there to help her, Hall said. "I'm sure she had been hoping all day that someone would come." Thankfully, Nakiso found Brinley just in time to escape the brutal sun. Hall arrived shortly after and transported Brinley to Camino Pet Hospital, where she received a full checkup and a much-needed makeover. It's now been over a week since Brinley's rescue, and she's finally starting to feel like herself again. She's gone to a loving foster home, where she spends her days napping in her cozy new bed and soaking up her caregiver's affection. She's still a little shut down, Hall shared, but with an amazing foster who's making her feel like a princess, she finally knows what love feels like.